Shalom, Channukah Sameach. I wanted to share a secret about the essence of the holy hidden light of Channukah. The light of Channukah was created on the very first day of creation, when God said, Vayihi Or, let there be light. That light was not the light as we know it, for that was created on the fourth day, when God created the sun and the stars. The Midrash says that the original light of Vayihi Or was the holy and powerful light of creation. But God decided to hide it away after just a day and a half, lest this powerful light fall into the wrong hands. The light was hidden in the Torah, for whoever comes and purifies himself and toils in the learning of the Torah. The light was also hidden in the Channukah candles. For a day and a half, the original hidden light lit up the whole world. A day and a half is how many hours? 36 hours. 36 candles is exactly the amount of holy Channukah candles we light over the 8 days. It corresponds to the original 36 hours when the hidden light shined bright for Adam and Chava. The very first Channukah was commemorated in the very first year of creation. After Adam sinned with the tree of knowledge in the month of Tishrei, he noticed that the days kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter, and the nights longer, longer, longer. Towards the end of Kislev, the days were really short. Adam feared that because of his sin, the world was slowly coming to an end. On Chafei Kislev, Channukah, Adam started fasting for 8 days. After he saw the days starting to become longer again, he proclaimed the 8-day period every year as a time for rejoicing. Adam wanted more. He wanted more time, more life, a chance to fix what he had done. Now when it comes to Channukah, there's the famous story of the Jose of Lublin. Lived about 200 years ago in Poland. He was a student of the Maggid of Mezrich, who of course was a student of the great Baal Shem Tov. There was a horrible problem at the time with informers. Jews that would come and rat out their fellow Jews to the authorities and cause them great harm, be it in money, property, and sometimes even with their own lives. The Jews found out who had been informing on them, and they brought the name of the man to the holy Jose of Lublin, the seer of Lublin. Now I know if somebody is nicknamed the seer, how many Jews have been named the seers? You know if that's their name, they can see. So he looked at the name of the Jew that they brought to him, and he said, this guy, he's lighting up the world. I see him, I see around him holy, holy light all around him. How could that be? An informer full of light? So they looked into it and they found out that at the time the Jose was looking and seeing him, the guy was lighting his Channukah candles. In the end of the day, even an informer doesn't want to be an informer. Who grows up wanting to be an informer? He wanted more. And that will for more, together with the Channukah lights, that's why he was glowing up, lighting up the world. This is the essence of the Channukah story. When you want more, when you really want more, you're lighting up the world. You know, Channukah is the only Chag where the enemy didn't come to completely wipe us out or enslave us forever. Here, the Greeks came to Israel, and for the most part, they had no problem with letting us remain alive. There was just one catch. Don't be so extreme, they said, so fanatic. Keep some tradition. Have your chicken soup, your gefilte fish, cholent, but let's get more modern. We'll teach you to really live. We brought a big herd of pigs, let's add that to the menu. But the Jews, we wanted more. We wanted to fully serve God, 100%. To rise spiritually, to keep every one of the 613 commandments as best as they can, even if it meant giving up their own lives, as it ultimately did for many Jews. Now listen to this. One of the most amazing documented Channukah stories took place in 1775 on the cold battlefield of Valley Forge. It was the beginning of the American Revolutionary War, and morale was at a terrible low, as soldiers were freezing, hungry, ill-prepared for that legendary, harsh and punishing winter. The men began to weaken and even question, is it even worth the liberty that they desperately were pushing for? One Jewish soldier took out his Hanukkah menorah. He lit the candles and cried with all of his might to Hashem, begging for deliverance. Suddenly, a gentle hand touched him. It was none other than that of General George Washington. He wanted to know why the man was crying, and what was the significance of the candles that he lit. The Jew explained, I fled the oppression of the Poruts in Poland, and now I'm supporting General Washington to make America free. This candle commemorates how my ancestors, the Maccabees, fought, just like me, so that we may be free. The candle lights lit up Washington's eyes, and he asked joyfully, I quote, "You are a Jew from the nation of prophets, and you say that we will be victorious?" "Yes, sir," he answered, with conviction. "We will win, just like the Maccabees won, for ourselves and for those who come over here after us to build a new land and a new lives." 1 year later, 1776, the Jew is celebrating the first night of Channukah, and there's a knock on the door, and it's now President Washington. He came in to offer him a Medal of Honor, a medallion with an etching of a beautiful Channukah menorah, written under it, "A token of gratitude for the light of your candle, George Washington." What might have been if that Jew might not have been there on the battlefield to inspire Washington through that cold and bitter frosty night? From Adam Arishon, who wanted more time to fix, to the Maccabim, who wanted more freedom, to the Malshin, who wanted more out of his life, to the Jewish soldier on Valley Forge who wanted more liberty and inspired the face of a nation, the hidden light of Channukah is about wanting more. And there's nothing more holier than that. This Channukah, want more out of yourself, more out of your life, more from God. Pitchu li petach k'chudo shamachat, v'ani eftach lechem petach k'pitcho shel olam. Hashem says, open for me, even the smallest opening, and I will make for you a huge opening. Hashem, all we have is a little bit of pure oil. What we want, so much more. Hashem says, no problem. As long as you are truly wanting more, with all your might, it will last as long as it needs to. I'll take care of the rest. Channukah Sameach, everyone. Want more, and may Hashem light your path.